Hey y'all, I hope y'all are having a happy Sunday. I just wanted to come on here and make this video because I will be 36 next week. Happy birthday to me. And um, this is the first time in my life that I've ever sat with myself and started making goals for myself. Yes. Um, I guess I might as well just say I'm 36. At the age of 36, I've just sat down to start making goals. And the crazy thing is, I've been asked my whole life, well, entire adult life, um, where do you see yourself in 5 years, 10 years, 2 years, a year from now? And that question used to really catch me off guard. Even though it is a common question, it will make me so uncomfortable, y'all. And the reason why that question of where do you see yourself in 2 years, 5 to 10 years, what makes me so uncomfortable is because I didn't have any goals. I didn't even know what I wanted to do, literally, all up until like when I say now, like within like the last couple months. And how did I discover pretty much myself? Because y'all, if you don't know what you want to do, and you can't answer that simple question of where do you see yourself or tell me about yourself, questions like that, if you can't answer them, you really don't know who you are. And I'm speaking for myself. When asked those questions, I didn't know who I was up until recently. Um, the way that I discovered goals and who I am is I had a miscarriage in March. So up until March 8th of 2025, all I've ever done was just work my entire life, from 17 up until now, or up until March 8th. I would just work, work like nonstop, and I work factory jobs at that. So it's pretty much eat, sleep, repeat. You don't have time to do anything else. Or I didn't. I'll speak for myself. I felt like I didn't have time to do anything else, such as figure out who I am and what goals do I want to accomplish and what do I really want as a career. But yeah, I had a miscarriage. I was carrying twins in March, um, and I pretty much went out of work on short-term disability. And my job ended up offering a severance package that I ended up taking. So I have not worked since March 8th up until now. So I've had a lot of time, y'all, to just like sit and think. Um, and I wasn't even being intentional about thinking about what I really wanted to do. It just popped into my head. It's like, wow, like I felt so free after leaving that job. Like, y'all, when I say freedom, not having to set an alarm clock, not sitting in traffic, trying to rush to a job that I really don't care to be at, or even be around people, that I don't care for. Y'all, it felt so freeing not working for all these months. I'm telling you, I even went on a mini vacation, and that felt good to just like get up and go, not having to look at a schedule, seeing if I have PTO. Like, y'all, it felt amazing. Bills paid up, and to because some people do take vacations, but they don't prioritize, like, handling things back home, like, is your rent paid or your mortgage, lights and water paid, is your car note paid, your insurance. People just kind of like live above their means when they go on vacation, and I've noticed that because I used to kind of envy people that like went on vacation and they just looked like they were living a life. But some of those people, they were not paying their bills, and that's how they were able to afford the vacations. Um, Not saying that's everybody, but some of the people that I knew personally, they were behind on rent, car payments, no food in the fridge, borrowing money, but they were on vacation. But when I took the severance for my job, I had paid up some bills, and when I took the vacation, it just felt so good to know that literally I didn't have to worry about anything when I got back home. So my point to say that is like I really want to strive for financial freedom because, man, that's an amazing feeling to just get up and go. Not have to, ask your boss if you can have time off and waiting for the approval process of, getting your vacation time approved. Because I wasn't working, so I could just do literally as I pleased. And y'all, that's such an amazing feeling. Um, Also, I felt like the reason why I never had goals is because work was a distraction. Like, I worked so much, I was too tired to even think about what I wanted to do in life for real. Like, even my doctor, I can remember, like, I want to say it was like 5 years ago. I told her I was tired of the job that I was doing, and she looked at me and she said, "What do you want to do? Like, what kind of work do you want to do?" And I couldn't answer the question. So even though I hate this job that I'm at, I was at the post office at the time. I didn't hate the job. It's just it took away a lot of time from me and my kids. But I was so unhappy because I felt like all I did was work, slept, ate, and repeat. Like I didn't have time for anything else. Um, but I couldn't even tell her what I wanted to do because I never sat down with myself and asked my own self, "What do you want to do?" Like I didn't know myself up until now. Um, but ideally, what I want to do for work now is eventually once I master the position, I can work from home. It's a non-telephone job. Well, actually, it's a career. It's not a job. It's a career. So what do I want to do as far as a career? For sure, work from home, hands down. Um, Doing medical coding. The only reason I haven't went to school for it yet is because my excuse at the time was I don't want to work and do school because in my mind that was just too much. But now I've come to the realization that I don't want to look back 2 years from now and I'm still in the same place, working factory jobs, still talking about medical coding, still living in the same place, still making the same income. No, like I do have a plan. And 2 years from now, I will not be in the same position. I will be in a better position. And I mark my own words, most definitely. Um, Also, being on vacation, I really enjoy seeing different cultures, different people, you know, eating different types of foods. Like, man, I really enjoy that. So when people say like, "What do you want to do for fun?" or "What do you like to do for fun?" It's like, man, like I want to travel. Um, I have this thing where I'm not ready to get on the plane, but I'm about to say screw it and get on a damn plane, y'all, because I'm ready to live. I am. So traveling is like that's at the top of my list because I do enjoy meeting different people. I do. Um, but yeah, y'all, like I said, I don't want to look back 2 years from now, and I'm still in the same place. Not even a year from now, because y'all, time flies. Like I have this thing where I really don't think time is real. I feel like time is infinite. So like right now, where I'm at is 7:49 p.m. Um, I don't really think it's 7:49 p.m. I feel like time was created or given to us for structure. Because if you don't say it's 7:49 p.m. and somebody has to be at work at 8:30 p.m., they're not going to know what time to go to work. So time was put in place for us. I hope that makes sense. Time was put in place for us for structure because time is infinite. Like, but anyway, outside of that, yeah, y'all, I want better for myself, for my kids, for my grandkids actually, and for their kids, and so on and so on. Like I said, I don't knock factory work, but I feel like there's more to life. And working most factories do require overtime. So working Monday through Saturday, or sometimes maybe 7 days a week if you're in peak season, that's miserable to me because you're really not living at that point. Oh yeah, you're living for the job, but are you living for you? Do you know who you are? Like, are you just a factory worker? Like, is that what you want to be known as? I don't want people at my funeral saying, you know, she put in 20 years at this factory and she was such a hard worker. Like, I don't want that to be my story. Like, no, I want to be able to enjoy life, live life, enjoy the work that I'm doing. I feel like medical coding would be really good for me because I pay attention to details. Um, like I thrive on like accuracy, being accurate, and I try to be as efficient as possible while being accurate. And I pay attention to details a lot, of course, and I have a good memory. Um, but yeah, y'all, I found out who I am. You know, I found out what I want to do. I mean, I love YouTube. You know, I haven't figured out all the fancy ins and outs of editing the videos and stuff, but I'm not really focused on that right now. I'm just focused on just sharing with you all, as much as I want you all to share with me. You know, it's a give and take. But yeah, guys, I came to the realization at 36 years old, like what I want to do in life and where I see myself in 2 to 5 years. Um, and when you do figure out what you want to do, man, it's a sigh of relief because it's like you spend all these years really not knowing how to answer that question, and it really just falls back on you don't know who you are. And I didn't know who I was until literally now at 36, y'all. So, and also, if you feel like you don't know what you want to do, y'all just make something up, create something. You don't have to fall into the standards of, you know, oh, what do you want to do? Like, or where do you see yourself? Like, if you really don't know, and you're like in a place where you just want to know, sit down with yourself, quiet, turn your phone off, get away from the world, and just sit down with yourself. Get a pen and paper, write it down, or get your phone and send messages to yourself, or take notes, and just really try to figure out who you are, what's going to make you happy. Whatever happy might not be happy. It just might mean content, just content with your life. But I was not content or happy, um, knowing that I would retire in a factory. But also, I never sat down to ask myself what I wanted to do. So, if you guys want to share your stories too, or make a video so I can go, watch your videos about how you discovered, who you are and the goals that you want to achieve in life, I would love to support you all. But yeah, guys, that's it for today. So y'all leave me some comments, like, comment, share, subscribe, and y'all make some videos so I can come watch y'all and support you guys. All right, y'all. Until next time.